Tell
Okay,
him now.
so I just would like to make a very, easy conclusion that if consider this as a quantitative,
This is
we all are quite considered, caring to understanding to build the happy workplace, and anyway. Others also the factor that you are mentioned. So, and I think this is more like from your practical experience and in more of Thai context that we can build on from this. No, cannot generalize. I don't think we will generalize. We will not generalize. This is limit from our knowledge. In our class that we combine together. So, anyone have anything to
But you
add
can
on?
use this for PhD happy students.
Happy student.
I think there's one over there. Who's that?
Be a leader.
The missing part.
Not the dictator.
Not dictator.
Sharing or something.
Oh, really?
Participation.
What do you mean by
empowerment. This is the same ใช่ไหมคะ
So I mean,
participation.
leader must be
empowerment.
authentic leader,
Okay, so
not
this authentic.
hypocrite leader.
Right.
So they have to do what they
So
preach.
This one is authentic.
Yes.
As a thing, say. May I?
In the same group, maybe.
Authentic.
Empowerment.
Not empower.
Not empower, right?
Not empower.
Why is it authentic?
โอเคหลากสีดีจัง
Okay.
ค่ะหลากสี
Okay. Anyone have
in order
anything to add on?
to have the measurement for happy workplace, I think that we should measure by qualitative, because we want to know the feeling, the emotion inside. Because when we talk about happy, it's inside, intrinsic, not extrinsic, or not objective. So, if we want to know that organization achieve the goal of happy workplace or not, we have to do qualitative to investigate into experience of employee organization.
Okay, I'd like to add some tip that I can see. You can see many of colorful paper, but the longest one is about human. It's about human. Human is the most important in the organization. So this is all about human. The longest.
What I talk then about hate, think of leader, then you have intellectual capability to think, right? The head to do, right? But I think for us, this is the heart that matters.
Yes.
And hard part.
Hard part. The soft but hard part.
How about if we ask the leader that is not in HR? Do you think it still be people?
We are not sure.
That's a very good point.
I think the expression is depending on the background. Yeah, the background, the experience.
As ourselves
We're not
put
sure.
here.
I think maybe it's the same, but the degree, or as Jan said, relative. They express something that he care, but for our sense it's not care. So it's relative.
Talking about measurement. Talking about measurement, that Iting just mentioned, I think when we talk about happiness, it's the kind of we average our feelings toward many factors around us. So it's more like an averaging score. For example, like I mentioned this morning that when I went into having a massage and also the, I don't know what to call it in English, just
Service.
หินภูเขาไฟเนี่ย just to be in that thing and then to have something sandbag whatever that I was kind of feeling happy some of the time, and then when I think about something else, then I'm not feeling happy anymore. And then when I was having a massage, I was feeling very relaxing. But then when my stomach dry, then I'm feeling a little hungry, then I'm not happy anymore. So it's more like it's what I'm talking about. It's when you talk about happiness, so you average your feeling toward so many factors around you or context. So it's like I mentioned, it's relative. It's relativity.
So I think that these are the most important part of leadership. Since someone said that if someone from other department, not HR, be a leader or a CEO, they don't know about this issue, then it's important that we have to have leadership development degree in the university to train them to be a good leader.
That's why we can keep our job.
See our job.
Some can be, can
Yes.
start with a teaching point of view. Yeah, it's a good one to use in your organization.
You all said
I'm feeling this activity make us happy. You feel? You feel?
So you're
I feel that. I feel that. Yeah.
really.
We walk around.
I think more
More is more happy or more what?
concerned about happy.
Why? What is that?
What is a happiness? Real happiness.
It's all about you.
It's not.
Illusive.
It's all about you.
Yeah, it's all about.
It's
Are you
all about
happy now?
Not sure.
Maybe you're gonna meet someone.
No.
Call him.
I agree with Ajahn that as we are leader, when we would like to create a happy workplace or happy, we have to think to our follower. As Ajahn said in the sandbars, he hungry, he happy. So yeah, we said we would like to have our employee have a relaxed time, not working overtime so much, but they want income. So how you increase their productivity and give them more, and they can work, raise time, something like that.
No, nothing
So-
say
so-
about the time at all.
I said here.
Productivity also.
Some company they close after 6 o'clock. All electricity close. All
Must go
air
home.
conditioning, writing no, and door closed. You have to get up. Something like that.
But tomorrow you have to submit your report.
Work to home.
They bring the
Work at home.
Work at home.
I have a question. The happy workplace, it should be a means to the end, or it's the end by itself?
According to the article, it should be a means to an end.
For me, it's like this.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
let's
know which one is first.
Double loop.
Because we can consider on different aspects. In the cycle, what is first, what is second, it depends on the situation,
So
contingency.
it should not be like, okay, we are trying to build a happy workplace, but we try to create a happy environment to achieve something,
Yeah.
the vision of the company.
No ultimate line.
You can say that.
You can say so
You
because
can say
in one
it, so.
article it is mentioned that happy workers lead to better productivity and better productivity leads to happiness in some way. So it's like a endless cycle. So we can say so that is a mean to another
To
end.
the visions, to the vision,
Yes,
and itself can be the vision itself.
Yeah.
If we think that if we set up the company or the factory in the Africa, Nigeria or something, what the working time you set? Because
It depends.
many people would like to work it. It's same as Thailand. No.
No.
Same as in
People do not
US,
like to work
in
in-
Europe.
Get the pay, they don't want to work.
That's the
get
motive,
pay.
motivation,
That's the
money,
motivation.
motivation.
And
Because you have to eat.
how come you certify everyone in the organization?
That I asked
Just separate.
Average.
Maybe you have to think about motivation theory. I think it's it's really related to work happiness, work satisfaction, commitment, engagement. So it's all built on motivation theory. So people are different. Yes,
I
people are
have
different.
one question for Kun Vin, Kun Chan, Bo, and Bill. You can do as you write. You can do as you write down for your employee.
Actually, when I look back,
can?
no, it's depend.
when I saw this, I think back of myself when I was like before I starting interested in human resource development. I think what I will do is focusing more in management, in strategic management, in process, in system, rather than focusing in human resource development. But I think it depends on the leader perspective that which direction they want to and put more focus in.
But now you are a leader and you write many things. So do you think you can do it?
Maybe not. Maybe not all, but we can develop. We can try to make it better. As we know, we should be a good role model. We cannot be the good role model or walk the talk or be the example on every situation. But now we know all. We can try. We can keep in our mind this, that, those many aspects. Yes.
So as Ajahn said, smile a lot. So this means, okay, people, you have to work until dawn. And you smile. It's okay, ใช่ไหมคะ
No, I think a lot more than that.
Just joking.
I know.
Smile.
I think we have to
down
talk about
before I become unhappy.
Sure. In fact, I would like to make a conclusion already. But since you are very,
creative.
Energetic.
so we can move to talk there if you would like, or we.
Okay.
What is the time that you have?
We have the conclusion session also.
ชอบเหรอ
มีเด็กไม่กี่คนที่ชอบกินแก้วมังกรนะ ยอด
Okay, so we the point the point that พี่ก้อย asked Bo, Bell, ผม and Champ about whether we can implement these things. So we'll have to give.
For me, I am a kind of leader in terms of
everything.
strict on rules and regulations, okay, mostly, but it depends on the case anyway. Okay, so it means that sometimes I care about the people, but sometimes I cannot. Yeah, I'm a kind like tartary. So I didn't say that the thing that I wrote in there, I cannot do it all.
Cannot do it all?
Yeah, I just do it some because I want to do it. I don't want to do it all.
Do you have anything to answer to people?
Oh, well, that's because I am considering myself as a result-based leadership, so I don't really care about how to get there. But what I do care is the most of my people they're still alive and they still have some happiness. As I always tell both of my foreigners and my Thai laborers that I really want you guys to have 3 meals a day, and I'm going to make sure that every day of your life staying with me, you're gonna have something to eat, and you can sleep at night. And don't ask what company do it for you. Ask what you can do for the company. That's for me, something like that. Actually.
But you yell a lot.
I always yell.
You yell a lot.
I yell because the manufacturing is noisy and please do this, please do that.
Depend on the context.
Type of the business.
The business, right? I have to get tough.
That's the real world. That we have to think about the real world and make it happy as it could be according to the context. But if you do like that, maybe you will have problem of waste, productivity, and anything.
A little bit. Right now, a little bit.
I think it depends on what kind. Yeah, it's like along to the article. It depends on our team, our people. Back to the article is competency and commitment. What kind of leader? And I don't think any leader, even a very good one, can do everything. It's a human, so we need to just make ourselves the best leader as we can. It depends on the situation.
Okay, from here, I think that can you admit that you are a bad leader sometimes?
Yes.
Good. because mostly shouldn't or wouldn't willingly allow or admit that they are bad leaders. That's the gist, I think. When they commit something bad and they don't accept their commitment and try to act like they are the best leader, they're a good leader. That's why they're an authentic leader. So if we commit something wrong, if I commit something wrong, I admit it willingly because I'm human. I'm a leader, right? But I'm a human also, so I can make something wrong. And so when my colleague has done something wrong, I am willing to accept their error and treat that mistake and error as lesson learned. So next time, don't do it like this. And if it happens again, so I might see why it happened, not just command or recommend. Because each vary over time, intensive, emotion vary over time.
And I think you are right. When the leader does something wrong and admit it, that's fine. But if the leader tend to do something bad, it's by intention. I mean that.
And when the leader does something wrong, and he can say sorry, that is be very good to teach somebody to not do the thing that wrong again. Except it can have the responsibility for any mistake because everybody can do the wrong thing.
It's difficult. It's difficult. I think.
Okay.
Kidding, please. Kidding. Sorry.
But it's difficult for me to make a teachable point of view when I have commit something that's not correct, bad, as leader, and I want to tell them, I want to instruct them to tell them, to harm them or to prevent them. Like I couldn't give my explanation. I couldn't give my lesson to them. That's the problem as well, I think.
Okay. I think for I would like to give my answer as both a conclusion and then answer to Kikoi. For me myself, according to this one, I will start with define happiness. I'm quite I will say on the doing things I quite setting goal first. So according to the section, this morning sections, and also consider pitting sections on the first day that understand yourself, understand both your personals, what would you like to be, and then what the organizations, what is the visions, as we discussed in this morning's the importance of the vision of the organizations, and then after that the happy workplace, as Isong just mentioned, can be both ends and means. For me myself, I consider it as a means, not an ends. I have still, as an organization, frankly speaking, we still have to have the productivities, as Pichai mentions. But in order to get the productivities, we can use the happiness ways to have that productivities. And that back to yesterday afternoon section, that the leadership style have to be you have to change. You have to be able to use various styles for various situations. So I think this is the way that we are connecting all of this today. Together. Okay, that's all.
So the conclusion is everything is correct.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, for me it depends. Yeah. The answer is it depends.
I think it's like a journey, unfinished, indefinite. So we have to move on like this.
So thank you for your participation. I think you have a great time for this afternoon.
The break we have no.
Jan would like to have a closing session, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we just give a hand to all of us?